The international community is calling on the Israeli government to exercise restraint in its response to the killing of the 3 Israeli students, asking that all actions should be measured and in accordance with international law.
We've already seen the demolition of homes of suspects. There's been calls for a larger scale attack on the Gaza Strip, for example. And obviously, in that context, many of these proposed ideas are in contravention of international law, or all of these ideas actually are in contravention of international law with regards to proportionality and collective punishment. But as we've seen over the decades, international law is not something by which is not the standard by which Israel judges what is appropriate or not.
Tensions have risen across the border after Israel launched a barrage of rockets earlier in the night, with 15 airstrikes on Gaza targets. 9 of the overnight rockets also hit Israeli territory. Foreign media has reported casualties. Dozens of people have also been injured in the largest clashes in occupied East Jerusalem, as Palestinians fought with police after the mutilated body of a boy was found dumped in a forest outside the city. The body is thought to belong to Mohammed Abu Hadir, a 17-year-old student from the Shuafat neighborhood. According to his family, Mohammed was abducted on the way to the mosque in the early hours of Wednesday morning. Police say they're investigating whether the murder was a revenge attack carried out after 3 kidnapped Israeli settlers were found dead earlier this week in the occupied West Bank. Following the discovery of the 3 bodies, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed to bring the perpetrators of this crime to justice through whatever means possible.
We must strike hard at Hamas's people and its infrastructure in the West Bank. We have already arrested hundreds of Hamas activists. We have closed dozens of institutions. We have demolished homes. We are still active.
After the discovery of the bodies, army units ran bombing raids onto the Gaza Strip and demolished a Palestinian suspect's home in Al Halil, also known as Hebron. Palestinians have expressed concern about Israel's sudden resuming of its policy of demolishing the houses of suspected militants. Settlers have also carried out individual acts of violence against Palestinians. Local media have reported 2 cases of Palestinian children being run over by settler cars. Groups of Israelis have formed across Jerusalem, demanding collective punishment for all Palestinians. The ongoing rocket exchange has been the most significant between Israel and the Palestinians on the Gaza Strip for over a year. Israel has enforced a blockade on the Gaza region, limiting the free movement of people and entry of humanitarian aid, including medical supply and cement. Flaminia Giambalvo, Islam Channel.